Okay, okay. Anyhow, now I started recording. So, so what we are saying that nowadays the whole business is concentrating around the application itself. Okay, so the application require a constant update, because you cannot build an application one time and then you try to run your business for a whole long, right? Because the customer will get changed, the requirement will get change of the customer. Accordingly, you have to update your feature, you have to retire your old feature. Correct, right? So any company, if you take about, no matter whether it is a company like a Uber, whether it is a company like a Netflix, whether it is a university, colleges, a training institute like us. Okay, so they all are now coming to an you can say a innovative way, or they are using the digital platform, right? Because the people to people contact, which was the one of the core business model of the traditional way, has been now going in a digital platform at all. So they say that we are not required to meet the people physically. Okay, so we can reach out to our target customer by using the app, no matter where they are. Correct. So this is how the whole application workflow started. And then the DevOps come into the picture. What the DevOps give you the facility and a feature that you can test your applications on the multiple platform, right? For an example, I say that my app is based on Android. Now Android has a 10 version. Correct, right? So someone has a different Android mobile, someone has a different Android mobile. So how this all version will go and support? Then every mobile, there is a multiple type of mobile. One has a quad core processor, one has a dual core processor, right? So how your app will go and exactly work in that particular configuration, you all need to test before releasing it to the customer. Correct, no? Right? So you understand the kind of a testing only the company has to done before releasing this feature to all the public. So that testing need to be much going much faster. Then you have to perform you can say a live kind of a pilot environment, right? So all this is possible only when we have some kind of an automation into the whole system. So that automation is bring by the DevOps. Okay, so when we say that DevOps is not only a technology. DevOps is all about the process. Okay, so just go to the YouTube channel now and just watch one 2-minute video to understand what the DevOps. Go to my YouTube channel. Yeah, just type YouTube. Yeah, just type Take Place Consulting. Take Place Consulting in a search box. बेटा बंद कर दिया करो. Okay, in a just go to a channel.
Go to
Channel.
channel.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Playlist. for the company like an Amazon, what is a DevOps? It's a cultural and you can say a practices plus the tools. Correct, no? Right? Why Amazon is adopting DevOps? Because their application, their web application and mobile application require a very constant update. But it means the update is so much fast that in a day they have to push almost 10 to 15 updates. Okay, because the new product is coming, old product is going on, correct, and some old offering is being discarded. So all these update is keep coming, constantly coming on in their applications. Now this is what the Wikipedia understand the DevOps. Now this is what is the consolidated meaning we have developed. Okay, so for an example, DevOps is means that everyone in the whole pipeline. For example, someone is a build engineer, right? They have to take their own
Yes.
responsibility. Correct now. The coder has to take their own responsibility. The tester had to take their own responsibility. So that responsibility is a very important thing. You cannot you can say bypass the process and then you think that tool will do everything automatically. Let's say for an example, you do not put the things in a tool itself. What the tool will do? Correct now, right? If you are still if you are still believing that my manual testing is okay, and if you are still believing that sharing the code is using the pen drive, then there is no process will work. Correct? So so when we say that it's a DevOps means we are we are exactly first creating a process, and then in the process we assign the very clear responsibility, and then we use the tool to automate that process. That's it. Correct?
Yes.
So this is a very small demonstration that a sales people is putting their product on a sale in an app. Customer like that product and they buy. Everything is online. Nobody see each other. Correct now.
Yes.
Transportation also based on app. All good, right? So it means that when we talked about as a DevOps is more about a practice. Correct?
Mm.
It's a process, right? This is what we are talking about. It means that in the whole development workflow, whether you can go and plan, track, release, monitor, take feedback, develop, again test, right? This whole workflow exactly go in a chain, right? You cannot bypass a chain at all. है ना? When we are try to deliver the application in a very right manner. Okay, go next now. I think you have to scroll down. Hold on. Let me try. Yeah. So when you are going to use the use the especially Microsoft DevOps, because DevOps has all the other tools. There are more than 350 tools available in the market, right? When you are going to consider that, no, I want to use only Azure DevOps, when you primarily use the Microsoft platform or a technology stack. Okay, so when you have
Okay.
everything built on a Microsoft itself, then Azure DevOps is the right fit for you. But when you have a diverse set of technology stack, then you may consider using the third-party DevOps tool as well. Okay, so the very first thing is that when you are using, yeah, you are asking something.
Yeah, yeah. Could you please repeat that question?
So I say that
When this what, yeah.
when you are using Azure DevOps, only
Yeah,
when you are primarily on a Microsoft platform. Okay?
yeah.
If you are on a different set of platform, if you have a multiple set of platform, then Azure DevOps may not help you. Okay, then you have to rely on some third-party DevOps tool as well. Correct, right? So how's Azure DevOps says that I can go and connect with any third-party tool as well. But when you try to take the maximum benefit of the DevOps technology provided by the Azure, Microsoft recommend that you should use the Microsoft platform to host your application or services.
That means we should use Windows related,
Yes, yes, exactly.
Microsoft related for it.
Microsoft related. For
No
example,
Linux.
yes, exactly.
No Linux.
No, Linux is there. Linux is anyhow now become a Microsoft product. So your Windows 10
Oh,
also now have a Microsoft Linux flavor. So Linux is not, you can say, a technology stack. Your technology stack is VMware. Okay, your technology stack is OpenStack. Your technology stack is Citrix. These are called technology stack. Okay, when anything which is
okay.
related to a platform. So Microsoft says that I have my own platform. It means that whether you are hosting a Linux or whether you are hosting a Windows, if you are using my Azure, I am able to manage using the DevOps at all. Correct? But if the same Linux or Windows server, if you are hosted inside the Citrix environment, then probably I am not the right tool for you to manage that environment. Yes, right?
I didn't get to hear that.
So for an example, let's say you can create a Windows server in AWS also, no? Right? You can create a Linux server in AWS also, no? Right? So for an example, if you are using AWS as a platform, then you cannot use the Azure DevOps to manage the automation there.
Okay.
Okay? If you are using a VMware platform, then Azure DevOps may not be the very right tool for you. You cannot use the Azure DevOps to manage the on-premises VMware platform. Correct?
But
Okay?
no, no, it could usually all the companies will have a combination of hybrid, right? Sort of some resource on on-prem and some on the cloud or
Correct.
on different cloud.
That is why people will use the mix of tool. For an example, on premises they use Jenkins, correct? But or for Azure DevOps they are using Azure pipeline, correct? So with Azure DevOps, you will find it hard to manage anything which is out of your Microsoft platform. If your Microsoft stack included on premises also, it is okay to manage by Azure DevOps, because Azure DevOps is able to connect your on premises with the hybrid methodology, right? And the hybrid will give you the advantage that you can treat your on premises as your single data center. Means your on premises or on cloud both will be treated as a single data center. Okay. So where will you not use the Azure DevOps?
So, for example, we may have VMware virtual machines in on-prem, and we have Azure for the cloud. Then do you think Azure will not work for both?
Yeah. Now, just you have to understand that how the Microsoft work there. Okay. For example, any platform which can go and integrate with Azure, it means that you have to integrate your VMware platform with Azure first before using the Azure DevOps. So what do you mean by integration? When we say that we are integrating, it means that I am making my data center which is running on premises and the data center which is running on my cloud, we are making a single management. Okay. Microsoft says that if you are using a Microsoft platform, for example, instead of a VMware, if you are using a Hyper-V platform, this integration is a seamless integration. It means that by using the same SCVMM software, you can see your virtual data center which is running in your office. You can see the Azure all resources in a single console.
Yeah.
Got my point, right? So that integration is a seamless. It means that when you try to push something from using the Azure DevOps pipeline to your on-premises data center, which is seamlessly integrated, for Azure it is treated like that extended data center, or for on-premises Azure is an extended data center. Correct now? But when you are using a VMware, now VMware does not give you that seamless integration there. Correct?
Yeah.
It means that you have how the integration happened, that you have SCVMM installed, then you have a vCenter installed, then your SCVMM will go and talk to the vCenter. You have to use the connector to talk to the vCenter, so that your SCVMM can also now able to see how many resources you have in a VMware virtual environment, and using the vCenter you able to see that how many resources we have in a Microsoft environment. But that integration is not seamless integration. Correct? So for an example, if you are using AWS, then you have a AWS DevOps. That is a totally different technology. Correct? AWS DevOps cannot use to manage the Azure DevOps, Azure platform.
But what about Jenkins?
Jenkins is all is a third party tool. Huh? So Jenkins, Ansible, these are the third party tool. Why the Jenkins and Ansible was there in a market? Because it used to manage any environment. Whether you can want to manage Azure, you want to manage AWS, you want to manage VMware, you want to manage Citrix, you want to manage any other platform, all these third party tool is having a connector. Azure DevOps.
But in that case, yeah. Why would people use Azure DevOps? They would have used
the first line. The first line. What is the first line saying that?
Your primary platform
and technology stack. Correct?
But is there any advantage of using Azure DevOps?
Yeah, we have a huge advantage. Now, why we should use and invest into the services which is a third party? For example, you have to have a Jenkins, you need to deploy a server. Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes.
You have to deploy a server, right? And Jenkins will deploy it in a hierarchy. Because if you have a very large build, then your one single Jenkins server will not work, right? You may have a 3-4 Jenkins server. Now you have to deploy this 4 server. Who will manage that? You require another expertise. Correct? Huh? But when you use Jenkins to manage the whole resources, then you have a multi-cross platform, right? When you have to manage your AWS also, Azure also, your on-premises also. then definitely you required someone who can go and talk to anyone. There should not be a platform, you can say, concentrated. This should be open for everyone. Okay.
But for example, there is some feature which is not available in Azure, but available in some, say, Google Cloud.
Mm.
So we will be using on-prem or VMware along with
On-prem.
Azure as
Then you
well as
have to use on-prem. Yes.
Sir?
For example, if you try to use some feature which is not available in a Google Cloud, right? You cannot manage using the Azure DevOps. No? Then you have to use any tool which is available as a third party. For example, you may have to think about using the Terraform. You may have to use thinking about the Ansible. You have to think to use like a Jenkins. Because remember, each cloud platform has come up with their own DevOps tool now.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, especially for the Microsoft, they say that I have my own DevOps tool. AWS says that I have my own DevOps tool. While Google is saying that I have my complete DevOps tool, which is which is primarily based on managing the whole Google services. So you cannot use
Yeah.
the Google DevOps tool to manage your Azure, because integration is not seamless.
Okay.
Correct? When
Use
integration is not, yeah.
third-party tools to integrate. Okay.
Third party tool anyhow is there now. For example, if you are not learning DevOps, Azure DevOps, you may learn only third party tools. Azure DevOps comes 6 months back only, correct? Before that, there is no Azure DevOps.
Yeah.
Correct? Then how people manage the Azure? Then they are using the DevOps, correct? Now they are using Jenkins, they are using Ansible, they are using other tools to manage.
Okay.
But now every cloud platform have come up with their own DevOps tool, because many customer is now complain. Remember, it's all our customer feedback. Customer say that, boss, to manage your environment, why should I go and rely on a third party tool? Tomorrow, if there any problem happen, then when I try to troubleshoot, there is a two platform which I have to manage. Correct now? Then I have to try to find it out where is a problem. Is it as your problem or is it my tool problem? Right? So likewise, that there is a multiple customer who during the you can say a global conference, customer conference, they are giving the feedback to the Microsoft that when you are giving everything, why not you are also coming up with your own DevOps tool? Correct? Then the Microsoft are starting thinking about to bringing their own DevOps tool. First, they acquire the GitHub, which is a repository. Correct? Then they go and tie up with the Red Hat for their Ansible, and then they have come up with their own complete pipelines. It means that we do not require Jenkins at all when we are managing the Azure DevOps. But this all development happen in only 6 to 8 months, right? Before that, there is nothing like that. Correct?
Yeah.
Correct, na? But Azure was exist for the last 8.5 years. Correct? And DevOps practices is now able to manage that Azure for quite long time now. It means that any customer who is not an Azure DevOps, they are still using the DevOps tool to manage their whole app which is hosted on Azure. But they are using the other tools, not Azure proprietary tool, not the Microsoft proprietary tool. Right? Because every other tool which you are using, they have their own licensing. Correct now, right? So they have their own licensing, they have their own support plan, which you have to go and subscribe. Correct? So it means that you as a company, you are managing the multiple type of a licensing. This is also a challenge for every company, because when we have a single vendor agreement, it is more useful for us. Correct? Instead of I am going and buying a license of this, I am going and buying a license of this, right? And then we are taking the support plan of every vendor, because in a production, when you run into the problem, who will support, who will fix the issues, which is level of product. Correct, no?
But we'll be stuck with this platform. That's what.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Okay. Let's
Yeah.
continue, sir. Yeah.
So
I understand.
when you have a cross platform, the main thing will happen, because see, remember, production is very critical, right? If any issues come,
Yeah.
and I say that it's this issues is because of the product problem, it's not about that configuration problem, then where will you go? When you log a call with Microsoft will say that it's not my problem, buddy. When you log with the call with the Jenkins support will say that my product is perfect now. You go and talk to Microsoft. Got my problem, right? So this is a very common phenomena in an industry, that when you have a cross platform, then the support will become a challenge for you. But when you have a single vendor, same tool is available by the single vendor. When you have a problem, some issues come. When you log a call with that vendor, because their product is on, right? So they have to fix it up.
Okay.
Correct, huh? Right? So customer pain is a different way. For example, I have a fridge of a LG, but I want that my support should also come with the LG company only, not with any third party.
Yeah.
Correct, huh? Right? Because when I go and subscribe the third party, sometimes some third party says that, sir, this problem cannot be fixed. Go and talk to LG. What should I do now here? I have already subscribed the support plan with you, right? Now you are telling that this is not this problem cannot fix. Go and talk to LG. You get my point, right? So it means that when you are actually using the product in your company, your business is rely on that, right? You want that whenever the issues come, the resolution should come faster to you. It should not become football between two different vendor who is just throwing the ball to each other. Correct now? It's not my problem. It's not
Yeah.
my correct, right? So this feedback is reaches to almost every cloud provider. So cloud provider, now everyone is coming with their own DevOps tool. They say that you do not use any Jenkins and all. If you do not want to use, do not use that. No worry. I am giving you the same feature, same functionality to manage your pipeline. Correct? Huh? Okay. So Azure DevOps is best fitted scenario when you are using the platform which is Microsoft, right? It's
Yeah.
number one, it gives you a seamless integration. Second, from the support point of view, you have a single vendor contract where you can raise a ticket, okay, for any issues when you have. Now, when we come to a DevOps, this is what the definition we have. It's a union of people, process, and a product. Okay, which will go into a process model. So first you have a process, then you have a responsibility assigned to each individual, and then you are fitting the tool to do this job automated. So it means that the requirement of the people is still there. The responsibility is still lies with the people. The responsibility does not lie with the technology, right? So if any product delivery fail, if any product delivery does not match the expectation of the end customer, then the responsibility lies with the all the people who is involved into the development of that whole product. Correct? Now you cannot blame the tool that no, you did the wrong testing.
Yeah.
Correct? Right? Now when we say that a Microsoft DevOps, let's take a very simple scenario. For example, you have an application which is hosted on a app service of Microsoft. Okay, app service of Microsoft. So there we require to push the constant update. So what will happen? You have a developers will developing the new features and updates. They're pushing to the code repository, which is a GitHub. Then the GitHub will go and push this code to the build process. The build process may use the Azure pipeline. Then the Azure pipeline, when everything is done, you can probably push into the test environment where the test will done. If every testing is done, then you can go and push into the actual environment which is running inside the Azure, right? And then you have Azure also give you a monitoring tool, right? For example, you have a Azure Monitor, you have a Azure Insight, right? So
Yeah.
this tool will help you to monitor your complete Azure resources. It means that you do not require any other tool to monitor your process, how the deployment is going on, and then you can go and improve your overall features on the basis of the feedbacks, and then you again go into the development cycle. So this is how the whole Azure DevOps platform will work very, very fantastic when you are using everything which is related to Azure. Okay, the moment you try to introduce something which is out of the Azure, then the complexity will increase for you. All perfect now? Correct?
Yes. But for the testing purpose, what do we use? Selenium or anything like that?
For a testing purpose, you can use the Azure own test environment. Okay, or but you have to write a code. What the testing will done in an automation process, the code you have to write.
Yeah, yeah.
Correct, na?